welcome back to Create Astral. This is episode 33, I believe. Last time we made our advanced machine frames. We get a block of lead for that, which is super exciting. And then we have these options to go from here. So, I think we're going to need to do all of these, I think. I wouldn't mind doing this because making steel is kind of a pain in the butt. And if we have an easier way of doing that, that would be great. So, we're going to figure that out. But, anyway, if we're going to do that, then the first thing we need to do is make an industrial blast furnace. So, to do that, we're going to need some electric furnaces, we're going to need copper coil blocks, we're going to need 2 of our advanced integrated circuits, which we do have some of. This is going to require a lot of copper wire, so let's get some copper sheets going already. Let's go ahead and... I think it's actually most efficient if we wash this. It gets us clay. So we'll just chuck this in here. But we should... I would have thought had copper. We don't. We have lots of bricks, which is good. As well as some other stuff. So let's go get some copper from the copper factory. Let's get flattening that. I actually have some copper wire here. So let's see if we have any empty spools. I think I should do. And then we're just going to need to make a bunch of these things, which was a little bit easier than that. So just this. Let's make all of those that we can. And then I think we needed more than 16. That's for sure. So that's a step in the right direction. The other thing that we're going to need, we're not making that yet. We're going to need, we have these are in the process, we need some electric furnaces. So we're going to need some furnaces, enclosed fans, and some basic machine frames. So let's make those next. We're going to need 2 of those. Alright, so we made 1 of these, and I still need some more encased fans, that's fine. Let's put this in here for now. We have 3 of these so far. We have those, so we just need to wait on our copper now, which should be soon, hopefully. Alrighty, I think we finally have all the stuff that we need. Technically we have more of those than we need, but we have enough. We have these 2 things. We have our advanced things somewhere. There they are. And that might have been it. I think that's it. So we do that, and we make our industrial blast furnace. Excellent. We get Ostrom hammerhead, we get some random stuff, we get some mechanical pumps, which would have been useful last episode, but that's fine. The next thing that we're going to need to do is make steel from liquid. We're going to need to make molten iron and carbon. But it looks like we're going to need to be electrolyzing coal regardless. We do get some steel dust, which is good. But we're going to have to wait on that. And I think we're going to need to make... Well, we definitely are going to need to make that one. I think next one to do, though, is going to be industrial centrifuge. So, it helps us turn things into base components. So we're going to need to make that. To make this, we need 2 of our machine frames. We're going to need a couple of extractors, 1 more advanced integrated circuit, and a couple of rotational speed controllers. So let's work on getting those things, as well as a mechanical bearing, of course. So yeah, let's do that next. Those pumps that we just got are incredibly well timed. To make this thing and to make the extractors, we actually need a couple of them. We don't have enough sturdy sheets. I think I just put them away now. Do I have enough to make 2? No, I still need more pumps. Do I have more pumps? Yes, I have a whole bunch. Excellent. Oh, but I need a casing. That I might not have. In which case, I think we're going to need to go to the casing factory. Off we go! So back over here, we're just about ready to go. We just need to give this thing some rubber. And those should start making machine casing frames. Which I think that's all that we need. I'm guessing all the other ones, I think I just found these randomly in chests, if I remember correctly. So I'm not sure where else they would have come from. Ow. I was about to say, I hear zombies somewhere. Didn't realize that they're literally right here. This lovely town square. And the silver factory that I started and never finished. That's okay. That looks like a new building to me. That's fine. But anyway, so we're going to wait here and work on these things, and hopefully it'll do its thing, although it definitely is going to need more and more silver. Also realizing that we don't have a brass funnel for this, so I might need to go make one of those. There we go, that's that made. Still need more silver though. I think these will go at the end, so we can focus on the ones that are in the works. Forgot to put the rubber back in here, because I stole the rubber to make the funnel in the first place. It looks like that's filling up slowly. Let's put some more in here. And we just have to wait around, as is often the case.
Eventually.
Hey, there we go. We got a basic machine casing finally. We're going to go ahead and take that one. We're going to stick it in here. And then we're just going to flip this around so that it hopefully only accepts these things. I think from here on out, I can probably just leave this and let it do its thing so we can get more machine casings. Let's maybe pop and have a bit of a sleep. I think there's a bed over here, yep. I need to decorate this room at some point. And then let's get back into making our stuff. I think we finally have everything that we need to make this thing. So industrial centrifuge. Round and around it goes. We have another one of our objectives complete. This one's actually going to trail off from a bunch of different things. We can make a methane. Oh boy, I'm pretty sure we have enough cows to do that anyway. We get a schematic for a distillery. I don't really know how the schematics work. I know you can use them with a schematic cannon. But past that, I have no idea. And let's see. The next machine that we need to make is an electrolyzer, which actually is not that bad at all. We just need lots and lots and lots of copper wire. Again, fortunately I still have some copper sheets, so let's start turning those into wires. I'm almost certainly going to need more copper than that, so we're going to make some more of these as well. And I don't think I got my spools back, so I'm going to have to look at how to make a spool. Other than that, though, we have everything we need. It's just a matter of doing it. Iron sheets and iron nugget. Easy. 1, 2, 3. Make 2 stacks of them. Or so. Nope, I can't count. That's just 1 stack. But either way, that should be more than enough. In fact, we can make 1 of them already. Wow. Other than that, though, more waiting around. I suppose that while we're waiting for this to do its thing, we could also do this quest. We just need to put clay balls into our grinder. I have lots of clay right here. And if we go over to the electrical building, then this is easy as well. So just going to chuck those in there. Just making some... Put those in there as well. It's making red dye because that's the thing that is going to be helpful eventually. It's actually how I'm making redstone right now. Actually, I'll demonstrate it because I have glass here. So here we take a red glass or dye. Take some of these. We make some synthetic redstone crystals. Let's put the rest of the red dye back in here. We chuck it onto our Tesla coil, and it just makes redstone for us. So this is how we're going to be making redstone from now on. It works quite well. And we have some clay dust, so we're going to go ahead and take it so we can complete the quest. And we get a lithium cell as a result. We actually completed, apparently, another quest for that. So we get steel dust, and then we just need to do this, which is optional, but we can make some diamonds out of it. Either way, this is what we're currently working towards. I think we actually have enough to make this thing. We need one more advanced integrated circuit. Okay, that's going to be a little bit more of a pain in the butt to make. But it shouldn't be too bad, because we know how to do them. Alright, so now we should have all the things we need. Except for the fact that I put the wires away. Let's try to clean up my inventory a bit. And now, for the third time, we can make our industrial electrolyzer. Awesome. So let's go ahead and complete that quest. We get some Ostrom stuff. We apparently made a methane cell, which I don't remember doing. Interesting. So we just need to put stuff that we can do things with. We can't go further into here, even though I'm pretty sure I've tried to make these things. Did I not make this? Maybe I haven't made this. Definitely done one of these, though. Either way, that works. So I think the next thing to do, then, is going to be to try to plug these into our electrical system and see what all we can get from them. So I've placed our 3 new machines in our little electrical mill here. This one's charging, that's fine. It needs a lot more power. I wonder if it's only going to get that high for that. This one's only at 11% for some reason. And this one's charging, but it says it's an incomplete multi-block. And I'm not sure what it actually needs for this. Does that go all the way outside as well? It sure does. Interesting. I also don't remember this being quite as grubby looking. Well, that's fine. I guess, what does the quest book actually want us to do next? It looks like produce some lithium batteries, so we're going to need some lithium. Lithium can be made from basic clay balls, but only if we use a clay farm. So I guess we just take clay dust and empty cells, which are tin sheets, and we get lithium, we get sodium, and lazurite. So let's go do that next. Alright, so I got some empty cells. We have some clay dust already, although I'm going ahead and making more. This thing is now fully charged, so I think we do that. And then we do this. Do we put this here? And now this should very slowly be doing something. The animation's kind of cool, though. As for the centrifuge, what do we actually do with the centrifuge? Let's look at uses. Oops. So we know how to make the thing. We can use it to make a distillation tower. I guess that's what we got the thing for. I think we need that for oil eventually. But we can make silicon, we can make oxygen, we can make rich soil to make saltpeter and coarse dirt. I don't know what a turium powder is. If we have turtle eggs, we can make methane and calcite. Tough gets us seemingly nothing. Sweet berries gets us red dye and more methane. Looks like a lot of stuff that will give us methane. It does massively increase our ability to do rubber, which is kind of cool. And if we get just rubber logs, that's kind of cool. Rooted dirt, we can get some fun stuff. We can actually centrifuge silver to get nuggets, but it doesn't seem worth it. Looks like most of what we can do is just make methane. That's kind of cool. Oh, we can actually do some stuff there. How do we make hydrogen? We have to electrolyze various things. Still, kind of cool. Let's get some more of this going. And that seems to be done. Or maybe we've just run out of battery. We might have to rethink our electrical process here. But if we collect these things, we at least have another bit of our quest book done. I think I just loaded shaders. It's not quite what I want to do. By the way, we have lithium. We can make lithium batteries next. Which seems pretty straightforward. So we'll do that next. Had a slight spill there. I was really hoping that we could just put it in there, but I think we're going to need to make a drain for it. Alright, I think I got a thing ready to go for this. However, we also are going to need some of the other types of batteries. Some of these red cell batteries. So we're going to have to make a couple of those. I think we need to make 4 of them in total. And then we'll do the next part. Alright, so we got our 4 batteries. We have our 4 lithium cells. So I think we just do that. We pour a lithium cell into here. And then it does that. That's literally it. Cool. So, really easy process that. Do another one. Do another one. And then one last one. And now we should have that quest complete. Excellent. So we get some chocolate bread, which I don't think I realized was a thing, and we get some fluid tanks. Amazing. From here, I have to figure out where we go exactly. It might be a trip to our next planet, which is Glacio. I'm not sure how we do this section up here, but eventually it looks like we're going to have to start up there as well. But either way, that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit like and subscribe. I think next time we will go to another planet, which is Glacio, of course. See what they have to offer there. So until then, bye.